Guess what time it is?
Ah, durka.
Yes, welcome to the Dix O news, and we've got a lot of stories this week, so let's crack on. Coming out from Canada, a Muslim group is making no apologies for a video it's put on its internet site of Ku Klux Klan leader David Duke. The 12-minute video by the Canadian Shia Muslim organisation features Mr. David Duke espousing conspiracy theories about Zionist running dogs, whatever that means. What the fuck is wrong with Canada? First Ben and Fang-X, then we had the Nazis a couple of weeks ago, now the Muslims. Quick little note to the fucking Muslims in Canada. Psst, David Duke doesn't like you either. Coming over to this country, and in Manchester this week, a 21-year-old mother was arrested after she refused to pay a £2 fare on a bus and spat in the face of the driver. She was caught when the driver used what's known as a spit kit in order to get DNA and to have her arrested. She also squirted oil in the man's face. This is a picture of the 21-year-old mother, face like a bulldog licking piss off of a nettle. The bus driver in question, Mohammed Tawazan, said that he was terrified and angry, and the fact that she squirted oil in his face really shook him up. I don't know, these Muslims, they hate it when we steal their oil, they hate it when we fucking give it back to them. Make your mind up, guys. Interesting news coming out from Norway. In order to combat problems with immigration, whatever they are, a far-right organisation in Norway is suggesting that foreigners undergo what's known as enforced Norwegian tuition. They haven't revealed what that involves, but I've got secret video footage of some of the initiation processes. Here they are.
Ready? Yes!
Yeah!
That was a fucking game! That was a good one.
And if things couldn't get even worse for Norway, this week the Norwegian Defence League, yes, there's a Norwegian Defence League, had a protest to combat, guess what? Islamisation. And here's a picture of the protest. Yes, I'm not joking. It makes that is it. That is all that turned up. Only 7 people were estimated to have arrived. I don't know why it was an estimate. Maybe no one in Norway can count that fucking high. You know, they might claim that this is because no one cares, but I reckon it's because everyone else is a Muslim. Going over to America now, and a serial killer in Long Island, and who was suspected to have killed 9 people, has still not been caught by police. The police have now expanded their search to get this going underwater. They have even put their best man on the job.
Creatures in the deep you couldn't imagine in your worst nightmares.
Hilarious news coming out from Indonesia, and this week a guy called Mr. Adafinto, who is part of an Islamic party and a member of parliament, was recently forced to quit when he was caught doing something. Now, I'm not going to tell you what he was caught doing, but I will say this. He was head of an Islamic party which promoted anti-pornography legislation. I wonder what he was caught doing. While you sit there and try and think it through, here's a picture of a cute dog to some music. Yes, that's right, he was caught siphoning funds to his bank account. I'm kidding, he was wanking. News broke this week that a Catholic publisher that was producing a book on the Catholic Church has had to retract 48,000 copies of the book after it accidentally printed a sentence in the book which stated that it was okay to use artificial or man-made forms of contraception. All the books have been recalled, and thankfully they've been spared any embarrassment. The book will be reissued in a couple of weeks, and you can buy a copy of Pope Benedict, What in the Butt soon. Over in America, and newly released FBI files show that apparently deceased rappers Tupac and Eazy-E were the targets of extortion attempts by a radical group of Jewish extremist gangsters. I love the fact they were called Jewish gangsters. I imagined at first they were looking for a guy like this. Look out for Snoop Zoggy Zog, he'll be coming your way soon. West Bank! A pub in the middle of Soho in London was recently forced to close its doors early because it's the centre of a dispute over a gay kiss. 2 young gay men by the name of James Bull and Jonathan Williams were enjoying their first date on a Wednesday evening when they said, well, they were forcibly removed, not from each other, from the Soho pub by the management, who described their behaviour as obscene. As a result of this, hundreds of protesters gathered outside the pub in order to have a massive gay kiss in order to protest. Now, given we've had Draw Mohammed Day, Burn a Quran Day, I'm thinking Thunderfoot. Me and you, son, Let's go. No? Don't you care about freedom? And in final news coming out from America, and this one's a bit of a positive story, whilst there are lots of negative stories about politics and people are becoming very disillusioned with the current political climate, I want you to show you this clip and show you that there are people, there are bipartisan groups, particularly in Oregon, where this video comes from, who have shown the way forward.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
A full commitment's what I'm thinking of.
You wouldn't get this from any other guy.
I just want to tell you how I'm feeling.
Make sure you understand.
I'm never going to give you up.
I'll never let you down.
We're not going to run around and desert you.
Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
That's it for the Dix O'Clock News. I'm Richard the Dick Coughlan, 000. See you next week. Good night, and go fuck yourself.
Ah, durka durka durka.